All right, and hello everybody, I'm the Sweeper27 and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. Today we are in the burst mode for the Cell Dokkan Fest, transforming cell that is. Here are all of the sliders that we are using today. Slow down the video or pause if you would like to look a little bit closer. This is the team we will be using. I figured we might as well throw on King Vegeta just for funsies sake. And let's just dive in. Now, burst mode, sometimes they are a little bit tricky. Sometimes they are not. Obviously, we want to try to land. Ooh, we have big numbers. That is not ideal. But you want to land on as many key spaces as possible. Okay, we're getting a little bit lucky now. If we can get a 2. All right, can we get a 2 or a 4? Oh, that's even better. And, oh, wow. Okay, give me a 1. Oh, wow. This is not post-recorded. All right, so I don't actually know if this stage has any gimmicks necessarily, but like we're having a pretty stacked team, all things considered. Should I actually float off King Vegeta on this rotation? Nah, I mean, he'll be fine. He can get his damage reduction, but we do get really good currency from beating burst modes. Like the exclusive skill orbs you can get right now are for Pure Saiyans and Gifted Warriors, I think? Or it might be Bond and Master and Disciple. I think it's Bond and Master and Disciple because that's the other mission for this. Which are both really powerful, potent categories. Like Pure Saiyans, we're always going to be getting good Pure Saiyans. And recently, the Bond and Master and Disciple characters have been insane. The one I'm thinking of the most is Beast Gohan, who I believe should be a Bond and Master of Disciple character. So he, with some of those exclusive skill orbs, may be like cooking. Now, the only problem I don't like about those skill orbs is like, yes, they are level 5s, but they're just level 5s. It's not like even a level 5 additional 2 crit or 1 crit is better than nothing, you know? So it is a little bit of a shame that, yes, those are powerful, and yes, they are super easy to get. I feel like for the most part, free-to-play players should be able to do some burst modes to an extent. You don't necessarily have to get the full 6,000. I believe just, like, you stop getting burst mode currency once you hit 5,500. And there's so many different ways you could tackle these events. Like, you could give them really high defense, but, like, keep the attack the exact same. That way you don't ever have to worry about your characters dying. It's more so about like the grind of just whittling down the enemy's HP long enough. Like there's so many different ways that you're able to tackle these stages. And like what you get out of them is very worthwhile, as well as the OSTs. I personally don't really much care for the OSTs. Some of them are fine. I really enjoyed during the 8th anniversary when they had all the opening OSTs to the anime, but I do understand that that was just like a limited time thing and that they really can't keep those there all the time, you know, for copyright reasons or contract like obligations or whatever. It's really strange though, because the opening to Super Dragon Ball Heroes, excuse me, that opening is still in the game to this day. I believe that's actually the one. No, the one I have is Vegeta and Trunks. That is a banger OST. They're active. It's so freaking good. But yeah, you do get just so many things just by completing these, and you also get some like decent stone rewards as well. Like I don't know if like what is the normal consensus on burst mode. I feel like I don't really see a whole lot of people talking about it. I was also told that this burst mode was supposed to be pretty difficult, so I'm kind of looking out for that right now. It doesn't seem to be anything special, but we are just in like the infancy stages of this. It could like get very difficult in a minute. And now that I'm thinking about it, the God Gokus that I'm using as my leader, they lose their dodge after turn 7. I did not think about that, because they are a 50% chance to dodge, and then I think they go down to a 30 after their easy. I'm not actually entirely sure if that's what they do. Oh, well, we're getting a beam nullification counter. Let's see what this does, any sort of damage. I mean, it actually didn't do too terrible. I'm going to assume that crit was because of Super Saiyan 3 Goku right here. If you could get a crit as well. One more. We might actually kill on those rotations. So we're actually going at a pretty good speed. It looks like we will be entering Perfect Cell. Yeah. So what is it? Is it Perfect Cell then Buff Cell? I'm assuming. It's been a long time since I've done this. Yeah. All right. So Perfect Cell, and then the final stage should be like his buff form. All right. So this is actually going to be... Oh, that's so bad. But he does have type advantage, so it'll be fine. And we'll do this just for funsies. Now, this is a character a lot of people have grown very sour on. And I think it's, like, kind of warranted, kind of not. Like, I don't think he's very good for, obviously, like, the Fusion Zamasu meta. Just because normally Fusion Zamasu will super turn 1, slot 1. And this guy needs to get hit all those times, and he has to be in slot 1. He's not a very versatile character. I say that as he gets a nullification right there. But in, like, 9th anniversary stuff, I feel like a lot of those events, because of how long they are, should be able to transform into Oob really quickly. I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm really excited to try out all these difficult events, seeing what works, what doesn't work. He has a Fury meter? I just noticed that. And that is going up a lot. Oh my goodness. And we only knocked off 2 of his health bars. And, ooh, okay, so let's do this. Let's put Dragon Fist in slot 1. He has maximum ki. That is actually kind of crazy. We can do this. I maybe should have floated him off, but, like, the God Goku should be fine. I didn't want to activate the Spirit Bomb since, oh, he also heals. So, yeah, this is going to be like a war of attrition sort of thing. Maybe that's why people were saying it was difficult, because I mean, if he hits decently hard and he can recover, like, a full health bar each turn, I could definitely see there being a challenge in there. So this only a 3, because normally Dokkan stages, they are 4 like transformations or whatever. If he's going into his Rage transformation now, what would... I don't think that there even could be another stage after this. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. He didn't dodge at all, and we must be past his turn threshold. What's the damage looking here? 100k? That's kind of a lot, but, like, not really. Okay, so let's see. Is it just, like, for 1 turn, or is he permanently in this stage, or... it looks like it may be permanent. Yeah, okay. So we can do this. We now have you, and you are an absolute god. I can't give him his orbs, though. So we're just gonna have to kind of hope and rely on the friend here. Because I would assume they don't lose all of their dodge, because I think that would be crazy. But I do know for a fact that this God Goku, the reason why he's inferior to the DFE is, I mean, stats obviously is one thing, but his dodge is conditional for the first couple of turns. All right, let's see. Okay, perfect. I was a little bit, I was a little bit worried, because I was like, he hasn't been hit before. He did get to super first, which that does give him 50% defense for 4 turns, I think it is. Ooh, that's double support, right? Since he launched 2 additionals, that means God Goku is getting 60%, I think. Or no, it's just the 30. Okay, never mind. That was just a hopeless. Oh, it would have been, but we didn't have a Vegeta on the rotation. Yeah, this guy is, while he is like a really good pure sand buff, like no doubt. Oh, that is a lot of damage. Okay. Oh, right. I see. Okay. Yeah, and Super Strike Vegeta has less than 100. Do you get defense on your super attack, my friend? You don't. Okay. I guess we do this then. What do? You get stronger with the amount of orbs you get, right? Let's see. When ki is 6 or more, when it's 8 or more. Medium chance to dodge with 10. Okay. And then he gets extra attack when he gets AGL key spheres. Okay. So that means when I collect orbs with him, his ki should like rocket up substantially. So right now he's at under 100k, but I get him all of those. And he should be, yeah, okay. It's not a big buff, but it is something. And we'll put Kai Goku in front of all those attacks there at the back, because that's obviously where I'm kind of the most worried. If he does it here in slot 1, I mean, I have the 30% chance to dodge. I do have a lot of faith in Dragon Fist. He is a unit that, like, even at 55%, because mine is 55%, if you haven't seen my showcase, definitely go check that out. But I am very comfortable running him. All right, and we're dead. We're dead. He didn't dodge. He didn't dodge. No! 675. That's a lot. Okay. All right, I think I can keep my sliders the same. We might swap him out for some the what's it called? The Super Strike. We may swap him out for somebody. Oh, I have to rebuild my entire team. Hold on. I will just cut, and we will be back once we get to that phase. Okay, and we are back. I did slightly change the team, and dude, gosh, these orbs. Okay, we could activate Nappa's passive right there, but the problem is there's no way I can get King Vegeta those orbs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him... Yeah, I can't give him the AGL. Alright, but we should be doing fine. Again, I did do a couple of different changes. I added, obviously, Nappa to the team. Because I figured the heal we could get with Vegeta, just in case we got to that low enough HP threshold, would be good. As well as just having a character who can have a guaranteed dodge turn like we saw right here. I feel like I might have done it a little bit premature, but I don't think so. There's no way King Vegeta would have eaten that with just 18% damage reduction. And then the other addition to the team is we are using the AGL transforming SSBE Vegeta as our leader. Not only is he a 170 as opposed to a 150, you know, he just is a little bit different. He's doing more damage just because he launches like a billion additionals that all have like a chance to become super attacks. It means I don't have to worry about dodge nearly as much. To counterbalance that though, my Super Saiyan 4 has not been hit a single time. Okay, we can give those to you, and then I guess Dragon Fist. Oh no, Dragon Fist will be able to super. Okay, so let's just hope that this first attack is not a super. That's fine, but that's only his first hit. Yeah, see, I have to get him hit 4 more times. I may have to float him on the next turn, seeing kind of what happens depending on how many attacks. Because again, these are just extra hard Dokkan events. It's not like Dokkan events are launching out a billion attacks. Like I think this Carnival Goku, he's only been hit twice, maybe 3 times. Like he's nowhere near having his defense boost, I don't think. All right, we did get to super first. We have a couple of stacks under our belts. That's still a lot of damage, but at least we are more tanky now, which is good. And then of course Dragon Fist over here, he's doing just the damage that we need him to do. And yeah, he's at a point where he's able to tank very well. Okay. Do I... I think this, honestly. Because Vegeta's going to be the tankiest thing. I don't think he's going to super in slot 1. I really don't. We can do that. That's going to give us some HP recovery. King Vegeta should be able to tank there in that final slot. I know none of these characters are going to be giving his extra support, but since we do have like Vegeta on the rotation, he's going to be getting the extra 90 to stats of his own. Now, if this Vegeta would like to pop off and do at least 1 additional super, man, he just healed all the damage I just did back up. I really need to drop below, what is it? I think it's dropping below 50% HP is the threshold for Nappa to exchange into Vegeta. Which you would think, I mean, in an event like this, it looks like I'm at 100% HP or I'm at 0. It doesn't really look like there's any sort of in-between here. All right, super, please. Super. He did super. Okay, so I don't have to worry about putting SSJ4 in slot 1. And we were able to double digit after all of our shenanigans there. See, I did make the correct play. Now, I kind of want to take a little bit of damage on this turn. I don't want to take up too many orbs, because I don't obviously want to recover my HP, but at the same time, like, how much does he heal each turn? He's basically healing just under 1 HP bar every single turn. So, I mean, I have to be doing at least a bar to be keeping on pace with him, which, like, I'm kind of doing, but, like, just barely. All right. That is, what, 3 hits for SSJ4, so we are getting... we probably won't be able to see Oob. Our luck just was, like, really good on that first run for that to be our end game. But maybe if we can get Kai Goku hit enough times, like, his Spirit Bomb can do damage once we get to that threshold, but he's only been hit, like, 6 times. He has to be hit another 3. I guess that's technically not out of the realms of possibility, and we are still in a freaking situation... Okay, yeah, see, now this is bad because none of these characters are really in a position to do well. Yeah, they're Goku's defense has worn off his 3 turns. What is Super Saiyan? That's just offense, right? Yeah, that's just offense. Okay, we'll keep you on the rotation. I mean, I guess. And we'll do that just so Dragon Fist can launch an additional. All right. And we're getting to the point where now Dragon Fist, he no longer has all of his stats. I wasn't thinking about that either. But he's a character just like the God Goku we were running, where he loses a lot of his stats deep into these fights. But at least he still keeps like his 30% chance to dodge, which is like really what I need him to do. I don't know if Nappa actually gets defense on his 12 key or not. I don't think so. All right, we might be dead here, honestly. Let's see, what's the damage? 600. Yep, we're dead. Shit. All right, we'll be back. Okay, and we are back one final time, hopefully. We changed the team up just a little bit yet again. We're actually running some of the heroes units, and we are running DFE Kale. So, because Kale, like, she has guard, and once she can transform, she should be able to transform the next time she's on the rotation, I do believe. And then having a character like the Crimson Masked Saiyan in slot 1 and Broly in slot 2 is that they just do a lot of damage together. And then the Masked King, obviously, he has guard in slot 1, so he can kind of like hunker down, be the tank that I need him to be. That is a 5 dodge, just in case anyone was wondering. I'm kind of regretting adding Carnival Goku to all of these teams, because he is very good, obviously, but I just haven't been able to get him all of his hits. And then I was able to actually find another blue Vegeta on the friends list, so that was very, very good. He's actually going to start doing some damage. Neither one of them have transformed, which is a little unfortunate, but I can definitely live with it. And, alright, why aren't you able to transform? You haven't performed 6 super attacks, really? Yeah, I guess I have been floating her a lot. Oh well, let's do this, and then we will save all of the Int Key Spheres. If she launches at least 2 additionals, 40% damage reduction should be more than enough for her. I don't remember all the sliders I have, but none of my sliders are actually maxed out. I do know that for a fact. And, okay, since he healed there, he might actually super Broly. I didn't look at what Broly's defense was, but after doing 2 supers, he does greatly raise defense for 4 turns, so he should be, like, at the 600k range. I can't imagine this guy would be hitting much higher than that. And Kale, she was at, like, 200k at the start of the turn. So, again, with 40% damage reduction, she should be able to live. She may take some damage, but I don't think we would be in lethal territory. Yeah, see, there we go. And one more, she'll have the 60%, and then I have absolutely nothing to fear at all. I am actually really surprised she hasn't done 6 super attacks. I thought it was just turn 6 or turn 3 with a Caulifla on the team. Okay, so he didn't super. That means he's going to super slot 1, which means we can do that right there. And it's also going to be a Dokkan attack. So I'm going to go balls to the wall and assume that we are going to kill this turn. So let's get our guaranteed crits up and going. We can do that for you. And then that will be that for you. So I don't know if I've talked about this yet on a YouTube video, but I am in an arm sling. I did have a bit of an injury. So if I mess this up, I'm going to completely blame that on the fact that I have an arm sling on right now. But let's go ahead and see if we are able to get all of these. Oh, it's going nice and slow for me, which honestly is kind of a little bit tricky because it goes deceptively slow. And then at the end where there's those 2, 5, 6, it kind of feels like it creeps up on you. So let's see what we do here. Now, we did get hit first, so we do have that big offensive buff right here. I didn't actually see what the attack stat number was down at the bottom before we started doing the clicking. But this should do several health bars worth. And it was a crit, 13 million. We didn't get an additional, though, however. But Kai Goku, he will be launching an additional here. Or not an additional, he'll be launching crits. So, yeah, that's just that little extra sweet amount of damage. Man, he doesn't have his defense built up. He does now. So, he didn't kill, unfortunately. But I feel like we are in a very good spot for this W right here. Man, I'm getting really bad luck with you as well. You're just launching normal. Okay. 1 attack in the back. What are the chances that that's a super? I mean, if it's a super, it's just GG's, go next, I guess. That, like, I was just doomed to fail. We can do that, and then... Although, I mean, if he launches at least a couple of additionals, like, if I can actually get some good freaking luck, And because he does, like, if you get all those supers, he does get defense on all of them. And there's the defense both. That is actually super crucial. So this will do, like, what? 227. That is a lot of damage, but good thing that we are going to heal up at least some of it right here. Let's see what our HP stat is at. Oh, it immediately went into Broly, so we won't get to see. But Broly launching his guaranteed additional. Yeah, we didn't get the super, but that's fine. We're at like 75% HP, and there's no way just getting tagged by a normal, this guy would take that much damage, even if he only does be a bit of a fraud and launch one single super. But we should be able to transform into Super Saiyan 2 Kale in this upcoming. That was 100,000 damage. Oh my god, we would have died. Okay, we are not in a very good spot, actually. Holy cow. I cannot lose this. 600k. Yeah, I honestly think it's more important making sure that Kale attacks. I still can't believe we haven't gotten her 6. We got her 3 on that last turn, and we had a Dokkan attack. Man, we can't lose this with a Dokkan attack. Come on, SSJ4, do your stuff. Now, he doesn't have any additionals built into his passive, and mine is 55%, so obviously we're not going to be getting that ever. Kai Goku, he's still quite a ways away from getting his massive offensive buff, because he's only been hit 5 times. So this is 6. All right, so we didn't get defense because we only launched the 12 key. What's the damage? 200. Okay, so Kale, I'm going to, and I really mean this, I really, truly, earnestly mean this, you have to launch multiple additional supers here for us to even stand a ghost of a chance. This, I can actually see why people are saying this Cell Burst mode is quite difficult. What was the other types? Like, I know doing what I'm doing, which is int. Would it be easier trying to do this with Bond and Master and Disciple? I mean, if I do Bond and Master and Disciple, I would have to up the difficulty a bit, but, like, what are the options I can use? I mean, I guess we can make him a little bit harder and see if we can do that, and then just do the Pure Sand run at the very end. Because I'm kind of seeing a vision here. Okay, hold on. One final time. Hopefully, I will catch up with you once we get to Buff Cell. Okay, and we are back one final time. Hopefully. Now, these are not very good orbs. That is 16. All right, that's all I need. And then Pan does not need a super. She's dodge or die pretty much at this point. But Future Gohan, slot 1, you should be able to take this, right, buddy? Please don't let this immediately be over. 150. I can take that. And you're coming back with a 7.3 milli. That's actually one of the higher attack stats I've seen this Future Gohan do. So I will absolutely take that. And so he's supering in slot 1. Okay, that's a double super 2. So I have Vegeta and Trunks on my next rotation. They have actually only gotten off 1 stack because since Bond and Master and Disciple was worth less points than Pure Sands, I had to up the difficulty. So he is actually hitting harder, and I started off with less ki. That way I could still get to the 6,000 threshold. And it is kind of weird to think that none of these characters are getting fully built up just because there's so many possible attacks in a turn. Okay, that's good. And then please... Shit. It's 1 attack. It's 1 attack. You'll be fine. And then we can do that. All right. So I think he should super in slot 1, hopefully. And Vegeta and Trunks should be able to take that no problem, obviously, because, you know, they have the guard. They have the really high defense right now. Let's see. They should be doing a lot of damage as well. Yeah, their crit is built up as well. All right, additional, not my favorite. All right, yes. So they should tank this. That's the dodge build right there, baby. There we go. See, that probably just saved this run because I mean, that still would have done damage. That was 113. That Gohan had 200k defense. Just want to throw that out there. So this Team Gohan is about to get clapped up, slapped up, and beaten like an utter bitch here in a second. Because I think we weren't at the HP threshold for his guard to be activated. Oh, no, it was. Okay. So, no, we're fine. All right, this is looking very doable. Okay, we can launch this because this is going to do a ton of damage. We did not get a crit. I am not really in the mood to chase that over and over and over again for a crit. And that's good right there. And then Vados doesn't really need to super... I mean, it would be nice, but I don't think... Because she does get 100% defense on super attack. But I don't think even with that, she would be able to eat... I don't even really think she could eat normals at this point. So, I mean, I could be wrong. If that did cost me this run, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Because as you can see at the time, I'm supposed to be streaming in 10 minutes. So, I really didn't think that this would take that long. But I am definitely, like, feeling the time pressure creeping up on my back. And this fucker heals so much every turn. Like, I feel like I'm just chasing a never-ending goal at this point. Hopefully, okay, we're starting to get like some crits and stuff in here. Okay, this will do 0 damage because we have 30% damage reduction. We are built up way more than the other Gohan is, and then we're just in dodge or die territory. Dodge again. Thank you, Vados. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you are a way lower attack. And I can't get their one key off. I just have to do that. I can't do anything else, and I can't get you a super either. So if he supers in the middle slot again, I believe we will be dead. This is brutal, guys. This is actually... this is one of the tougher burst modes. I don't know if it's just tough because of my box, or if I'm just being dumb and I'm missing... like, very glaringly obvious options. Like, Tech. If I could bring Tech units, this really wouldn't be a problem. Because then, like, we could throw Orange Piccolo on the team. And he could carry. But, like, the other option was STR. And obviously, I'm not going to bring an STR in here. Especially with, like, how frequent this guy does super. Alright, if he's supering in slot 3, Pan, you just got to dodge for me, girl. Alright, Pan. Thank you. Thank you. Dodge again. Yep. That's what I love to see. Okay, I'm like zoning in. I'm like focusing up. Because like I do not want to have to do this again. Now, surely all those physical key spheres, I should be able to get Vegeta and Trunks a super. Like, am I even doing damage to him at this point? He, okay. Again, if I mess this up, I'm in a sling. Give me some credit. I'm doing the very best I can with what I have. It's going deceptively slow again, but we did get them all. And I believe Future Gohan, I mean, he might have had... he probably doesn't have nearly as high of an attack as the Kid Gohan. I guess I should have checked. But I couldn't put Kid Gohan in slot 1. He's not a slot 1 unit. Because he's still getting built up defensively, I believe. But he's just been getting a little bit unlucky where the attacks are targeted at. Alright, that's perfect. We're up to a 9,000,002 at this point. Oh, wait, yeah, he stacks in this form, doesn't he? I believe he actually does stack, greatly stack attack in this form. So... that's actually really good. That's a good little counter for his constant supering. I mean, we have a lot of offensive stackers. Like this guy, obviously he stacks attack as well. Vegeta and Trunks, they stack attack and defense, so they will be slowly doing more and more damage throughout the duration of the fight. Vados doesn't, she's just a dodging support unit. Pan doesn't, she's just a dodging support unit. And then this guy, he only stacks up defense because we don't have an android, so we can't transform. I thought he could transform against an android, because we're going up against a Cell. I think we're dead. I don't think we live this. Oh, no, we do. Wow, I'm just really underestimating him at this point. Because, again, I did kind of change all my sliders around. But let's see here. Still, nope. All right. And he supered in the last slot, so he might not super on this turn, which would obviously be, like, the most ideal thing that could feasibly happen. Would be that attack that's going up against Vados. It's just not a super, and then slot 1. Because we know at this point, Future Gohan, he can tank 1. And that's really kind of what we need to do to get a victory at this stage in the fight. Yeah, because they're, like... they're, even with their guaranteed crits and everything, they're just, like, not doing enough damage. They just aren't stacking up high enough or fast enough. And I just, for the life of me... okay, he is fully built up at this point, finally. Or at least that, I believe that was the fully built up point. Okay, yeah, so he's going to be supering on this turn. He is 800k, almost 1,000... or, excuse me, almost 1,000,000 defense on Kid Gohan. So I can finally kind of trust him. And then what is the... I don't have an avenue to get Vegeta and Trunks to super. But potentially we could actually kill on this turn Future Golem, and we already know that he lives. It's going to do a fair bit of damage, but we already know that we are living. 9.3. If this is a crit and we get, like, if we get double super double crit, and then Kid Gohan does maybe just one additional, which he should be at the point where he's launching his guaranteed additionals. Yep, almost a 10 million super attack. All right, that's very good. And I believe this guy, he is 69% as well. So that's pretty impressive, although he has had plenty of time to stack. All right. So we are at a 7.3. So if we get double super double crit, we may be able to kill. Nah, it'll be just off unless we can get like a hidden potential system, but I don't really know what the odds of that are. I maybe should have just held on to the Ozaru active skill, but I was just feeling a little bit anxious at the start of the fight because he didn't super. So that means he's going to super Vegeta and Trunks. Okay, we can do this. That did not fall the way I needed it to. God. Where do I think the super is? I think we do this. I think. All right. It all really comes down to this. I don't think we can kill this turn, yeah, especially not if he's going to heal. But they're at a 5 million. Maybe if we get a couple of additionals from them, because they do have like a very high chance to crit built just into their passive, which unfortunately we have not been getting like very many of at all, it feels like. And we haven't been at the HP threshold for them to launch their active skill, because their active skill is so freaking good, giving defense support to the entire rotation. It does just a lot of damage as well. All right, give me an additional baby. Yes, that's what we love to see. We may actually be able to heal if he launches one more, or if because if he gets hit by super, he may live. All right, again, I think his guard should be activated. Hopefully it is. All right, so no, we won. We finally won. Whew, unless there's a final phase after this. I don't know how there would be, but if there was a final phase after this, I will cry. All right, please. Thank God. Okay, all right, perfect. So we will do a Pure Sand run. Just with that by itself so that we can get all of the missions. I will fast forward that way you guys can just see that I did complete it. And I will show you the new sliders that I did because, again, I modified them several times throughout this video. I know this may be a little bit of a weird burst mode, but there are all the sliders that I did use. So I will be right back and we will beat it with Pure Sands and then we will wrap up the video. All right, and there you have it, guys. That is going to be all for this one. So I've been the SweetBro27. I am a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links to which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from you guys. But that's going to be all for now. So as always, I've been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.